Hi, welcome to my video tutorial. I'm looking at inspiration again today in the use of mind mapping. I'm going to concentrate on brainstorming because it's great to get your ideas down quickly. Even though they're not structured, you can structure them afterwards. It's just a way to get that information down fast and then work on it. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to click diagram, and then I need to type in a subject in the middle there. So I'm going to think of a subject. I'm going to pop in population. Click off that, and now I'm ready to brainstorm. Now you could brainstorm by going up to the create button, and as I hover around you can create which way you want to create a symbol. For example, click that button there, 1 o'clock, drag that out, and then I could type in my next category of population, which is census. Now the problem with this is it's very time consuming and slow, and you tend to lose your flow. So what we've got in inspiration is an option to brainstorm quickly, so you can just type, press enter, type, and initially get your ideas down and structure them and organise them later. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to delete the sensor by clicking at the delete button, and that will delete the symbol. Click back on population, and I'm going to go up to the option here called rapid fire. Click that once, and now you can see in the symbol there's a little line in there which enables me to now brainstorm. So let me think of a few ideas and type them down. Let's give it a go. Just a great way, as I said, to get your ideas down first, and then you can go back over them, check them, decide what you require and what you want to work on and what you don't need. There you go, I'll stop. So let's have a little look. So I'm going to drag them out in position, and if you've got any spelling errors, which I have a couple there, for example, if I right click on population, it gives me a suggestion there with the correct spelling, population. I can do the same by right clicking on growth, and there's a W. Now I can drag them into position and start deciding what I want to work on in my brainstorming. Let me drag them all out clearly. So what I could work on now, I could work on, for example, population control. So what I could do is click brainstorm again and start brainstorming off population control. Click the enter button. I don't know if China's still limit to 1 child, but you kind of get the idea with that. So let's click off that. So let's drag that there and drag that there. So then again, I've brainstormed off population control. So it's not a way to structure first off, it's a way to get your ideas down quickly, because a lot of students tend to just write notes on bits of paper and then they've got to type them up. This way you can brainstorm straight in inspiration, and if we want we can even export it to a Word document. So let me have a look at that now. So right, I'm going to keep that, that looks quite good. Actually I'm going to need to capitalise that, so I'll click India. So I can start adding my visual mapping, for example colour coding if I want a clip art. So let me click for genders here, or poverty. I'll click poverty, see if I've got anything on poverty in my symbols. See the symbol option here, it gives you clip art, so if you type in a subject it doesn't always find what you want. But it's not bad. Right, don't really give me exactly what I want, but what I'll click on is poverty, and then click on clip art you want. If you can't find exactly what you want, why not open up Google? Go to Google Images and type in what you want. So I'll go for census. That will do. Click save image as. Choose where we're going to save it to. I'll save it to my desktop. We'll call it census. Click yes, and then I can add that to my census option. So click on census, do a right click and click insert graphic. And there's my census image. And there you go. If I actually make that a little bit smaller. So you can add your clip art. By the way, if your sensor's image there, if you don't like the way it looks, because it stands out a bit too much, why not go up to the symbol option here and add a frame. It makes it look a little bit better. Also, you can colour code stuff. For example, if I highlight these three options, population control, I can choose a fill colour to make those options stand out. So as you can see, it can be a really powerful tool to get your ideas down first and work on them. Don't forget also with tools, when you are creating brainstorming and you need more information, for example on a word, click on it, click word guide, and it will give you a bit of information on that. In this case, a scientific study on the relationship between living things and their environments. Really useful. And if there is any synonyms, it will show them here, and you can click replace and it will replace that word with a synonym, which is really handy. Saves you having to go into a dictionary externally. Also remember, by clicking on any one of these subjects, we can add a note, drag that over. Actually, that note stands out yellow a bit too much. If I click on the note and click on the outline colour, why not make that pink as well so it matches? And then you can type in China limits children born, and you can put the information in. Actually, if you right click in there, you can also add graphics in there as well. So if you actually want your picture in there as well, you can put your picture in there, drag it bigger, drag it up, and then you can add your information on the right here in your text regarding that subject. If I close it, it attaches itself to the right of the symbol at the top. If I click that little button on the right, it squeezes everything together, so it only shows what's actually in that window. And that's how easy it is to brainstorm. Definitely worth giving it a go. Don't forget, when you are brainstorming, you might want to say what the relationship between the two options are. In this case, population and poverty is quite straightforward. But if you click the little link in the middle and do a right click, there's some great linking phrases you could use. For example, population poverty. So population can influence or generates poverty. It can do, but not really. So you find one that kind of fits. So population can produce poverty, or population results in. And there you go. So you can add your linking phrases, or if you right click, you can actually add your own phrases in there as well if you want, by typing in there. Also, if you find your options when you've put them together and brainstormed everything down, you might find that you want to interconnect ideas that are relevant to one another. Easy to do. For example, let's click on death rate, which obviously affects growth. So if I highlight that, go up to the link button and then click on it, you've now connected it, and again you can type in what relationship between those options are. So how does the death rate affect growth, just to give you a linking phrase. And if you also need for certain options to stand out, for example you might want genders to stand out, yeah, we can change the fill colour and we can add clip art. We can also change the shapes. Click in the symbol palette, so you've got different shapes you can change. Or if you click this little arrow here, you can even add a new symbols library. So let me call this population, because you might start gathering clip art that's directly to do with population. Click OK. So now what I can do, if I click back on the little arrow, I can edit my symbols library, and now I can start adding the pictures I've got here into here. So if I click import graphic, I've got some on my desktop. There you go. Click OK, standard size. Then I've got my own category for population. Really handy as you start building up your clip art for your visual mapping. Also, as I said, you can change the shapes. There's more than those options there. If you actually click libraries and click the drop down arrow, thinking and planning, you have arrows, box frames, various flowcharts on the left. For example, I want to change this to perfect. And there you go. So visual mapping with inspiration is really important to help you understand the concepts and what you're doing. Last of all, if you want to transfer it, click the transfer button. I'm going to leave everything default, but we can uncheck what we don't want. For example, map prefixes, which is your letter and number in, hidden subtopics, notes, in this case we've only added one note, and indentation. Click OK. It's always asks you to save your inspiration file before you actually export it, which I'm going to do now on the desktop. Leave it as population. And there we go. There's my brainstorming ideas. All in order. Thanks for watching.